Hey, we're playing Palworld. It's been a few days. During that time, I was collecting technology points because there are a bunch of things I want to unlock. I've even got a list right next to me so I remember. And the first one was actually suggested by one of you in the comments. So shout out the comment section. So let's go to level 20. This PAL Labor Research Laboratory. I don't know how I missed it. But apparently it can upgrade some pretty valuable things. So let's build it right away. And like usual, with the things that I do, I haven't looked into it too much because I really want to explore it for myself. But I know the guy mentioned that you can get more ore from the things that you're smelting. So let's go ahead and open this up. Oh, it's like a skill tree. Oh, this is crazy. So let's just say I want to do kindling. Kindling, so work speed up, hatching speed up, research speed of kindling up. Holy crap, this is all going to be crazy good stuff. Oh, this is ingots additional crafting, 10%. Pal base. Oh, this is crazy too. This stuff is also expensive though, wow. Oh, but this stuff is going to be crazy. Ammunition crafting. Pal base power. Wow. Okay, I... See, now I feel like the biggest dingus on the planet for not noticing this. This is crazy too. Harvest yield. More pal base attack power. Planting, what else we got? Farm harvest yield, that's going to be crazy. Power consumption is a little less important. Because, you have to have one or two ore zerks either way. But that could be nice. Lumbering work speed. Oh, expedition reward. That could be useful, especially since a lot of those rewards are fairly rare. Mining work speed. Ooh, this is busted. The crude oil extraction speed. The crude oil is notoriously slow. And plus the expedition reward, that's going to be real good. Okay. Pal bait, another more. And then what about medicine? Okay, this is useful. Because the requirements are sometimes a little hard to get. Okay, wow. Well, instantly we're going to go to kindling, and let's just start kindling 1 here. Now, how quick is this? Workload 50,000. How do I get a homie to start? Oh, it actually requires the person to kindle. Alright. Everything is piecing together. Sadly, it is the middle of the night. Let me jump in the bed. Let's take a quick snooze. And then we'll get the homie to start on it. I'm very curious to how quick it is, though. 50,000 work power seems like a lot. Well, maybe not, because I guess it is the level 1. I shouldn't expect it to be crazy hard. But, yeah, this guy is going to town. I'll have to see the other ones. I'll have to get like really good pals for each of them so I could do this real quick. Now, I'm not going to stand here for 7 hours just doing every single one with you, but let's see. Let's do this instantly so we can get the research going even quicker. That's going to be useful. Okay, while those things are going on, let's go ahead and unlock a few more. Let's go to level 15, and another one that stuck out to me was this viewing cage. Now, this isn't going to help us in any way realistically, but I just think that's pretty cool. One of the most underrated parts of Palworld, in my opinion, is the actual designs of all of the pals in it. Because I know everyone's harping on, oh, it's just copied from Pokemon or whatever, excuse you want to make for yourself to not like Palworld. But I like these pals, most of them, more than actual Pokemon. I'm going to be honest. Pokemon recent designs are a little trash, and, I can come across as kind of a Gen 1er, but I don't think that applies because I think a lot of, 4 or 5 Gen is, really good. I think these are well made, and they're great, and I love them. So, this viewing box will hopefully... Let's see, let's put something in it, but let's put something big, just to see, are they static? What happens? Maybe we can put in, what are the new ones? What about, what's, the coolest new one? Probably the splatter. I mean, Splatterina is pretty cool. Let's put in one of the Splatterinas. So what happens? Do they... Okay, so they just walk around. But they... I don't think they... Their hunger doesn't go down. They don't take damage. Things like that. So we can kind of just, like, sit and view. Okay, so that's interesting. Viewing model thing. Alright, next. We are moving down to level 37. Which will help a little bit with electricity. I wanted to get... Where is it? The accumulator. Facility for storing excess electricity generated by power generators. So this is going to be... I mean, this isn't going to be life-changing, but it's going to be pretty nice, especially in a base like this where sometimes I forget to put an Orzerk, you know, chilling for a minute. This is going to be essentially like a generator. Y'all ever had a storm hit your house and then your lights went bye-bye? This is what I'm hoping will save me from that. Dude, the actual model of this is pretty neat, seeing all like the batteries hooked up to each other. I like that. So, okay, this will be an extra power supply. Again, nothing game-changing, but I just think that's a pretty neat feature, especially if I want to, for some reason, gather 15 Jormuntide Ignises to do a bunch of mining, and maybe I don't have room for an Orzerk, which, again, is never really going to be the case. Well, we have that accumulator, which is kind of nice. Moving on. Level 41, it's another base build that just gives, like, a stat improvement. This Alpha Wave Generator slows rate at which sand values decreases. So it's just essentially another base booster. But it's a really good one because I have trouble keeping all of my pals happy. You guys have made fun of me in the comments plenty for that. Why are your pals always depressed? Because I'm always depressed. So let's go ahead and build that. Do I have... Oh, okay, I do have one of my work Anubises. Let's go ahead and get that. This will make everyone a little happier, including myself. Looks like a funky little device. Is that a crystal or... Why is there, like, blood smears on it? I'm dubious about how this is supposed to make people happier. It kind of looks like I'm summoning something. But alright, moving on. What do we got? Yes, and some of the more common new farm things. So the gold coin assembly line. I'm very curious to how much coin this actually makes. Because when I'm spending, bro, I'm a Kardashian, dog. Like, I'm spending 700k on some flame organs, you know? Like, I don't spend small. Call me Jeff Bezos of Palworld. So, where is it? Am I dumb? I'm curious to see how much it actually produces. Because I feel like... Okay, gold coin assembly line. How big? Oh, okay. It's like, it's not the biggest one ever. There we go. Let's just build it randomly here. Alright, someone start making me some gold. Oh, okay, gold. Oh, okay. So it doesn't just, like, spawn gold out of the ground. I'm not sending my homies to mine. I'm actually making it out of ingots. But here's the thing. Ingots are so easy to come across. Like, my ore mines are crazy, dog. So, right now, I have 72,000 ingots. And if each of those makes 100 coins, I mean... 7 million for that? Which sounds really good. Like, oh, 7 million. But no, that is pretty good. I can't trip. Like, I've probably spent more than 7 million in total, but that's still pretty darn good. Okay, let's go ahead and make... I think that's 1 mil. Yeah, so one full thing will make 1 mil. Which, okay, I gotta stop tripping. 1 mil is quite a bit. It'll buy me a lot of things. So, okay, you know what? Pretty good. If for someone with super end game ore setup with great pals like I do, you know what? I appreciate you. That's not bad at all. Moving on, we got the other one, which is going to be much more useful for large base raids. Where's 48, 48, 48? For people who are working on maxing pals, getting the right moves, this is going to be extremely useful for you guys. Let's see. Skill fruit tree, skill fruit tree. Bang. Let's bring out the Anubis. So, I'm going to assume that I can hang a fruit, and then it just gets me more of them. Assuming. Yeah. Okay, so I could... Wait, can I put a tomato? Okay, no, I can't put a tomato. Let's just give it a whirl. Let me grab a random fruit. I have a wide variety of fruit. I have these ones, and then this is my big selection of fruit, and then I have these ones with a couple of random things mixed in. Now, I don't know which fruit is, like, godly fruit. But, let's see. Electric. I don't know. Let's just put something random in there. What is this? Dragon? You know what? Let's put this one. Dragon skill. Again, I'm just doing this just for the sake of showing it off. Dude, how am I getting 20? Dude, which one of y'all put my number in like an ad agency, bro? I've been getting 20 million calls. That's why I haven't been able to make Palworld videos. I'm getting 20 calls a day, brother. I'm getting texts. Hey, do you get your house? Let me reevaluate your... Like, bro, shut up. Anyway, skill fruit. So this is gonna be pretty cool. I think I'll really start working with this when I start working towards the Ultra Xenolord. I'll really have to get probably some good Frost Stallions with certain moves, etc., etc. So this will be useful at that point. Okay, next, the large-scale stone oven in level 49. So this is specifically for cooking food. The reason this is great is because multiple pals can cook on it at the same time. So before we had the cooking pot and the electric oven. Now we have this stone oven, which is much larger. Why don't I just put it right here? Yeah, this thing is much larger, and it actually takes a minute to make. Okay. So the real question is, do I even need these? And also, does this require electricity? Because if it doesn't, that is another super great thing about this. Because electricity, you know, I'd rather reserve it for kindling or, you know, something like that. I mean, like the furnaces, you know what I mean? Not cooking food. Although I don't cook food very often. I mostly do it for, you know, before raids and stuff like that. So it requires kindling, and yeah, it could just make a bunch of food, but multiple people can cook on it, so that's pretty cool. And just because... Oh, I didn't mean to get rid of the thing in the back, but alright. Now we can kind of clear up the space just a eensy bit. Let me just put this stuff away for now. Whatever I accidentally destroyed right there, I'll rebuild by looking back at the footage. I went crazy with the trigger finger. Alright. Palpod, level 57, right here. Healing. So I can stick a fainted pal in here, and they heal quicker, which is surprisingly useful, specifically for one of my pals. Let me find it real quick, and then I'll tell you. Oh, Palpod. I'm surprised it's not, like, in one of these. Medicine rack is goated. Palpod. Okay, I was gonna say, how big is this thing? Let's put it right here, right next to the sauna. So, you know, if they've been in the sauna a little too long, they're about to black out, they can just step in the Palpod. Y'all ever black out in hot places? You know, sometimes they just get out of the pool and I'm like, okay, I'm about to go down. Now, here's the question. How do I use this? Huh? How do I stick somebody in the Palpod? What? Do I have to assign them to the Palpod? Okay, so do they just automatically get in when they're injured or resting? I don't have any dead pals right now to test it on. Alright, maybe... Look, we'll get a pal hurt or something, which sounds like I'm being a terrible owner, which is also correct. We'll get something injured and then we'll see. But specifically why I think this is going to be great is because McQueen here is the pal that I most often use to get over to the oil rig. Because this Jet Ragon's fast. But oftentimes its head gets dented in by either a laser or the millions of ammunition rounds that are thrown at me by all of, like, the guards. So McQueen dies a lot, safe to say. So it's useful. And again, I could pick up another Jet Ragon, but McQueen's faster. You know what I mean? Which, at that point, you could say, David, why don't you just breed more fast McQueens? That's because I'm lazy. So anyway, That's going to be really useful for healing up a queen. Next, and really the last thing, is this laser Gatling gun. It's the last big weapon that we haven't like really tried to make yet. So let's go ahead and unlock the laser gun and the cartridge. Now here's my question. I've been doing a lot of dungeon hunting, and to be honest, I completely forgot if I laser Gatling gun uncommon. So actually, I do have an uncommon here. Hexalite. Let's see. Oh, actually, there's a... How did I almost forget about this? I have a chest right here filled with two things. The Hexalite helmet, rare, along with that, which we'll talk about. Okay, so I want to make the better helmet. So currently we're using a rare plus steel. Now we have a Hexalite helmet, rare, which is useful. A little bit of extra defense on top. And I have been cooking a lot of Hexalite. So I got 1,800, which I say I'm cooking. It's like not that much actually, but still. We're going to go ahead and make this for ourselves. And then I want to make this laser Gatling gun. Sadly, I only have the uncommon. But, you know, let's see how it is. So we'll go ahead and make that Gatling gun. And then we'll also need a little bit of ammo for it. Laser Gatling gun cartridge. This requires electric organs and plus steel. That's very interesting. See, and this is like, again, I need gold. That's why I needed to make that gold. Because I'm going to be spending a lot of money on electric organs, apparently. Now, luckily, it gives me actually, I say it gives me 2,000, but I think once I start spraying, it's actually not going to be that much. Alright, so let's start making those. Let me get some work Anubises up and rolling. Let me put these homies away just for a second. You know what, wait, I still probably need the Orzerks to produce electricity. But now we got the accumulator, so a little less important for them to always be around. Let's do work, 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 work. Where's all my work Anubises at? Which also reminds me, for these work Anubises, I really should increase their work stat, like using the effigy thing. I feel like I don't know why I like haven't done that, but okay. All right, you guys, go and make yourself useful. I feel like my manager right now. Now, the last thing is I got this, the Applied Lumberjack Technique, a rare book written about the secrets of lumbering. Allowing a pal to read it permanently increases their lumbering affinity by 1. So tell me if I'm wrong, but this is the first time we're actually able to alter the level of certain, like, tasks of a pal. So now I can give +1 lumbering to any pal. And it is a legendary item, so clearly it's rare. And you might be asking, how did I get it? In one of the caverns, there is a pal tamer. I think it might have been this one. I shot them because apparently I'm a bad person, and they dropped this. But this is nuts. We can, if you collect enough of these, you can increase the work stat of anything for any pal. Which is, so like, let's just say, I'm like, what's like a good example of someone with like a level 3 that I would love to be a level 4? Like, one of the most annoying things is these Jormuntide Ignises are the best at kindling because they're 4. But they're so large and they're very annoying to have on a base. But let's just say I have, I don't know, let's say, you know, even a Suzaku. Level 3. I could make this into 4. The Blazimuts. Level 3, I could make these into 4, and that applies to everything. I could increase the lumbering of the Wumpo Baton to 4. This opens up a whole new realm of, like, really customizing your pals. Like, instead of being forced, you have to use a Jormuntide Ignis. We can now do something with that, which is very interesting. I love that. I love that quite a bit. Let me quickly, since... Now that I'm talking, let me do just a tiny bit of research to see where I can get more of these. Okay, so what I'm seeing right now is they are given out by the high-level pal critics. They are rare drops from the level 60 oil rig. And they are also rare drops from the high-level dungeon. So I got mine from a dungeon, technically. There was something in the dungeon. But okay, so apparently if we grind out the oil rig, the dungeons... and high-level pal critics, we can get them. And, oh, I just realized this person is saying we can increase the work suitability to 5. We can even increase it past 4. Wow. Okay, so we can get them from the big oil rig dungeons and supply drops. The only problem is, man, these are a little rare. And we will need a lot of them. Like, if I'm trying to get a whole team of Jormuntides, or let's just say I want a full team of 5 Kindling Blazimuts or Suzakus, I'm going to need a lot of books. But okay, I'm very glad that that exists, though, and that is now something that I will definitely start farming. Okay, we got the laser Gatling gun. Let's give it a whirl. We got some ammo right here. Let's pick up what they've made so far. And then we've also got the new Hexalite helmet in rare, which I'm happy with for now. 402 defense, 920 health. My eyes deceive me. It is better. Alright. Now, let's try the more fun part, which is the laser Gatling gun. We've had a Gatling gun, but have you had a laser Gatling gun? I don't think so. Let's find a pal. Oh, something flying. And go. What is that called when you shoot the little discs in the air? Is that skeet shooting? Disc shooting? I don't know. I think my family does some of that. Alright, yo, you want to step out for a minute? Oh. Oh, that's fast. Oh. Oh, wow. Oh. Okay, that is a lot of damage. But it's also against weak pals. I think we should do what we do for every single new weapon that we get. We should try it on the new boss to see how good it works. Do I have... Oh, I don't have mots. Okay, hold on. I need to get myself some burger meat. Let me grab my Blaza. Let me grab my Gobfins. Where are my Gobfins at, huh? I know you guys are around here somewhere waiting for me. Buff 3, buff 1, buff 4, buff 2. Alright. In the words of Lil Uzi Vert, he's standing on his money now. He's 6'6". I'm riding my Blazamut, and now I'm 6'6". Let's grab this burger. Yo, is it done yet? Hold on, hold on. Let me down. Let me down. Let me down. Okay, I love it when I can't dismount a pal. Like, yeah, yep, I'm just stuck. Not my choice anymore. Okay, there we go. Apparently I was going on a ride forever, whether I wanted to or not, which is my fault. Oh, I was like, hey, you mind cooking that for me? You're my favorite chef in the world. I need to rename all of my kindling pals Gordon Ramsay. Any more? Okay, that's fine. I have enough Gatling gun ammo. Okay, so I've got my... I should probably take this off. Alright, I've got my attack pendants. I've got my armor. I've got my guns. I've got my Gobfin. Got my burger. I think we're good. Let me head over to the boss. Okay, we're here. We're ready. I'm ready. Let's go ahead and eat the burger. We're going to do the normal boss battle for now. Here we go. Let's see what we can do with this Gatling gun. This might be crazy strong, and I've been ignoring it for no reason. Let's take a look. Where's my Blazamut? Where's my... You know what? I'm gonna let my Blazamut probably die here, but it's fine. I mean... I feel the same way that I feel about the bow. Is this good? Like, yeah. This is pretty... Oh, and I will say this. I don't know if I mentioned it before. I am using the normal damage amounts. I do not have my damage boosted. This is theoretically what damage you should be doing if you're also using Gobfins and also using the burger and all that good stuff. Yeah, this is definitely good. I almost think this is not as good as the plasma cannon, but much better than the bow, for sure. So let's see. We did about 100,000 worth of damage so far in about a minute. That's not bad. Let's see what we can do. Do I have my... I think I have my plasma cannon on me. See, that's 20,000. That is another 20,000. That's going to be another, like... Oh, okay, that one's probably only 10,000. So we're doing 50,000 damage so far. Bop, bop. 70,000. 90,000. 100,000. So, I think the plasma cannon outbeats it. But I will also say that my plasma cannon is legendary. Meanwhile, the Gatling gun is only green. So if I get the legendary Gat in here, it'll probably be much closer. But wow. Okay, the Gatling gun has surpassed my expectations. Much, much better than the bow. 100% million times better than the bow. And honestly, a gun that I might use. That's not, especially because of its high fire rate. A boss like the Xenolord, which tends to fly around a lot, and you're likely going to miss a few shots. Having something with such a high fire rate, I think could be pretty useful. I'm very curious, you guys, what do you guys think of the laser Gatling gun? As far as your experience with it and the plasma cannon, which one do you prefer? Have you noticed that it excels in any certain areas? I would really love to know. And then, of course, anything else in this video as far as any of the PAL research, anything that I've made. And always, any tips and tricks for anybody else in the comments. Dude, I love it when my comment section is essentially a giant forum. That's my favorite thing when it happens, even if I get a little toasted sometimes. But alright, let's finish this off. Not bad, not bad. I really do like the laser Gatling gun. It might be something that I keep on my person from here on out. And its ammo is not crazy either, because it doesn't even use Hexalite to make it. It uses plasteel, which, to be honest, is almost just as bad. Kind of, because I have to make oil. And I almost think oil is harder to make than Hexalite at this point. So maybe it's worse. Maybe I'm contradicting myself. Let's head over to the oil base and do something. So, as far as what I wanted to do this video, that was kind of it. I just kind of saved up those points. See, like, dude, what? How do I have 26? I now have 2, 2, and 2, and I have a total of 26 oil. I bought 2 more. I caught 2 more ore zerks. Let's go ahead and get those up and rolling. Oh, and I gotta put my old pals back at the other base. I think I, like, removed them. Alright! It has been built. Let's go ahead and assign the last 2 ore zerks to here. Alright, we've got another large power generator. I'm hoping it now can maybe keep up a little better. Why don't we also build an accumulator? Because this base by far uses the most energy out of any base that I have. It would be dumb of me to not have an accumulator. If anything, can I build multiple accumulators? Like, if I build 2, is anybody going to stop me or yell at me? Will it actually accumulate more? I'm not sure, but probably, I would assume. Like, each accumulator has its own power supply. That would only make sense. But anyway, alright, there we go. And then let's pick up the rewards from here, which now that I know I can get even more rewards by doing the PAL research, this is going to be useful. Right now, I'm kind of targeting the high-grade manuals, only because I think the thing that I've been maybe a little lackluster on is unlocking specifically decorative items. You know, things like the fireplace and carpets, and I want to make some really nice houses, but I don't have any of that unlocked because, well, why would I? I'm trying to grind out the game, not make it look pretty, but I think I'm at the point in the game where I should probably make it start looking pretty. Now, I do have 2 more points. Can I just unlock something for fun and get 1 furniture item? Actually, we can make the bathroom, and then what else? What else is kind of like, oh, haha, that's neat. This looks kind of neat. Okay, so we're wasting a little technology. on some decorative stuff. But man, I really need to focus more on decorative stuff. Let's see, what does this look like? I feel like, dude, I'm sleeping on decorative stuff. Like, look how neat that looks. I already got the round table, wooden bench, antique dresser. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put my pooper right next to my food. Why is... I feel like that's a neat design. Why don't we do this in... Well, I guess the water would be really heavy. I don't know. Honestly, I low-key mess with this design. You know? I can sit and eat. Once I'm done, go straight over here, you know? Take a dookie. Pretty clean. Alright. I have a bad habit in every video game that I play is I check the toilets because I want to see how... like, in-depth of the developers. Are y'all making this a stinky toilet? Or are y'all making it clean? These guys are, you know, that's quite a bit of detail in the bowl, I will be honest with you, so. Anyway, now I'm just being weird. Alright, guys, I think I'm going to end the video here. Like I said, I've done most of the things that I needed to do. Well, my priority now is, since one of you absolute geniuses in the comments finally told me about this research PAL thing, facility, I am going to continue researching. Luckily, I'm so late in the game where a lot of this really shouldn't be that hard. I think some of the later ones where I'm going to need ancient cores are going to suck a little bit more. Because I don't actually have a lot of ancient cores. I used them for some other things, but... Okay. Anyway, I'll be working on that, and I'll see you guys next video.